In those countries that you refer to, there's perhaps an abundance of those alternative means of transportation, rail, light rail, maybe water transport. But back here, there is a deficit of it. The inadequacy of it is the challenge, which is why the CNG conversation is still on. But before I go to the next leg of my question, Ms. Oni, who cooks a pot of soup and doesn't eat in it? Shouldn't we be asking questions of federal government agencies, state ministries, the federal government itself about the measure of their own vehicles and facilities that have been converted to CNG, if indeed they're preaching to Nigerians the message of CNG safety?
You know, that's the fun thing, and it goes to the point I made around the trust quotient. One, the trust quotient. Secondly, and I'd like to go back to your analysis around abundance of other means of transportation, and that's why I say it will not necessarily fail in Nigeria. We can't necessarily say that our case will be what is elsewhere because our situation is peculiar. But I do also understand, whilst you will criticize a bit, I do also understand that the president at some point said that certain ministries should then begin to use CNG. Now, implementation usually is where things fail in this part of the world, like policies, like laws. You have brilliant people issue policies, think things through, but when it comes to implementation, usually we are not as successful as the quality of the policies themselves. Implementation usually then fails. So, good point. We should then be asking, what's the data available? Like people say, data is the new oil. What's the data available around conversion, around even the presidency, around ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government? Do the ministers' cars use CNG now? Are they in the process? Or are they like, oh, our cars are brand new, under warranty, and we can't do this? Then it becomes a problem. People are still going to go to the trust quotient. You are not using it, and you want us to use it, particularly people who feel they can still afford fuel prices. And as things improve, I was in Ibadan a few weeks ago, and rather than drive, I will get my driver to take me there and spend a lot on fuel and concerns around security and all of that. I took the train from Lagos to Ibadan, and I took it back later in the day. So when you begin to have those alternatives, you're going to not see a reason to do this, right? Unless, there's something more compelling.